Imagine embarking on an unforgettable journey through the heart of Italy, where every turn is a new treasure and every moment is filled with beauty and culture. You start your adventure in Rome, the eternal city. Next, you venture into the rolling hills of Tuscany, where the air is perfumed with the scent of vineyards and olive grove. The journey continues to Venice, the floating city of canals and gondolas, after Five Earth and Milan. But your Italian adventure doesn't end on land. It's about to get even more extraordinary. A magical journey through Italy, topped off with a house music festival on Costa Cruise. Dance under the stars, relax in style, and discover exclusive performances on deck, all while sailing to some of the most beautiful destinations. There are 3 packages to choose from. Sailing dates are from September 24th through the 28th, 2025. Book yours now at festivaloncruise.com.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Heidi's house. This is your host, Queen Bee Heidi B. And in today's episode, our featured guest is Mia De Casa. She's an artist and singer-songwriter. I'm so happy to hear more about her house music journey. So, are you ready? Then let's go. So, here she is. Mia De Casa is in the house.
Hello,
Woo!
everybody. Heidi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful and honored. But you are wonderful.
Oh, thank you. And hey, thank you, Mia, so much for taking time to join into this little snapshot kind of house music, global house music, culture exploring podcast of mine. So I'm very, very happy that you are able to join here and share a little bit about your house music journey so far. So,
Sure.
how are you doing today?
I am doing well. It is a beautiful day. I live in Baltimore, Maryland, and it's sunny outside. I haven't been out there yet, but it looks very sunny. It's beautiful, and that's all I need.
Oh, yes. The thing here in Helsinki is that we are way far in autumn. I'm missing those sunny days, but I'm trying to hold on. But the smile and the energy that I'm getting from you right now is already uplifting me. So that's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
All right.
Mission
So
accomplished.
exactly. And you know already how this thing goes that I'm gonna keep it very short and sweet, and I'm gonna be just boldly start with our first question, which goes, tell us a bit about who is Mia de Casa.
So let's see, who is Mia De Casa? Mia De Casa is just a fun, free spirit. She loves the Lord. She is an individual that lives by principle, and she is someone who has loved house music since she's first been introduced to it. So I would say that was around 1984, and I was in high school. And what was interesting was I wasn't old enough to go to the clubs or anything like that, but my um, one of our local radio stations, WEAA, used to have a house music segment every evening, and it used to go off so early. But when my first time hearing it, even before then, like in 1980, and hearing numbers, who was that? Kraft. What was the name of the group? I can't think of it was. But anyway, just hearing things like that, I was hooked and I have been hooked ever since. So, me, um, never, never made it a goal to be like a house music artist or anything like that. But it's just the love of it, and it sucks you in, right? So that's it. That's me in a nutshell.
Beautiful. That was very short and sweet, and I totally get that. And you know what, Mia? I have to say we share something already with that because I was also towards the end of 80s. I got first time exposed to house music. Obviously, in Finland, the scene was really emerging, on
Hmm.
that sense. But there were some DJs that got the house music to the radio, and that was the thing that did it for me as well. So
Yeah, yeah,
lots
and they had
more
this
books.
yes, and they had this DJ, and he used to end it. He used to go, oh baby," and I just used to like even that. But it was just something because it was like, what is this? And house music is a feeling, and ever since the existence of it, it has been a feeling. And I would turn my bedroom into the club because, like I said, I was too young. My mother wasn't letting me go out and hang out, and I wasn't the type of kid that was going to sneak around or anything like that. But I'd come home from school and I'd do my homework and I'd turn on that radio station and I am dancing until 6:30. I think it just went out 6:30. I think it was like a 2 hour segment or whatever the case is. But it was the best and it was something I look forward to every single day.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I think that's the best thing with the house
Hmm.
music. Really high vibing, and it's all for dancing, for enjoyment, and you can enjoy it anywhere, 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 anytime, and it works.
Yes.
All right. Then I'm gonna continue to our next question. Well, you just mentioned that you were not particularly aiming to be a house music artist, but what got you eventually to making house music?
A friend of mine, you may have interviewed him or you know him. He goes by the name of Biblical Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He's been very, very instrumental. Biblical makes music. It's what he does. It's one of his favorite pastimes.
Mhm.
And maybe about 6 years ago, he was doing a kind of like an ode to Baltimore City
Mhm.
and he asked if I would like dance in the video. So
Yeah.
started like, dancing in the video. And then even around that time, because, everything was so serious and it was around the elections and all, and he wanted to come up with something called like Activate the Stupid. And it was just kind of like a mindless, or typically like, the smart, I'm going to say like the smart nerds by day or whatever the case is, but then just kind of like your zone out type of thing. And he ended up writing this song called Boom Shakalaka. Boom Shakalaka Laka, drink lots of vodka.
Yeah.
That was the song. And I ended up singing this kind of like more so like a backup, on that particular one. And he's like my voice. So all of the things that I have done have basically been with him. He has challenged me and has encouraged me to write, to which I have, and he doesn't quite know yet.
Yeah.
But I do have some songs that I have written. I haven't shared them with him yet, but I have it. But he's the one that's kind of gotten me out my shell because I am definitely that one that's very shy. I'm the one that's going to stay in the background. I'm the one that, never quite um believes that, she has the talent or the wherewithal. However, I have become the type of person that knows how to turn it on. So, while I'm like, no, 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 you put me on the stage and I'm like,
And he's like, yes, 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 yes,
clubs
yes.
anywhere. Like I'm the one, I don't need the alcohol. I'm the party starter. I'm getting everything moving or anything like that. I think he kind of saw that in me. So he's like, here, you do this, you do this. And I'm like, okay.
That's the good vibes. That's that positive energy that I also sense in you. And
Yeah.
shout out to Biblical Jones. He is definitely an instrumental, a great, great, great supporter of many of us other house
Oh, for
music
sure.
artists as well. He's been doing beautiful, beautiful, creative things. He's really having his own artistic vision with the songs, with the message, with the videos, with the styling.
Yeah.
Truly an artist.
He is an
as
artist and he steps out of the box. So, it'll go from, like just electric music to, he wants to add a little rock thing to it, or he wants to add a little punk thing to it. Like never he never confines himself to what is house and I'm going to play in this box. He usually kind of expands, and that's been fun for me as well.
it's a beautiful thing, and that's what really being creative and being artist is all about. And I'm happy to hear about this journey that started then, your house music artist profile, so to say, and
Yeah.
it seems came out very naturally and organically, and I just love it. I absolutely love it. Now, if you think about you being inspired by house music, what would you
Mhm.
say? Who are the artists that somehow touch you the most? If you think about listening, enjoying, or you as a vocalist as well.
Okay, so I knew you were going to ask me that question, and I had names remembered because this is the thing. I'm horrible with I'm horrible with names, and I
No
should have wrote
worries.
them down because I figured I was going to go ahead and I was going to know them, and I'm like, I don't really know them. But let's see. Oh God, can I even give a name? Like Black Coffee comes to mind. Um, who else comes to mind? Um, the music you play, you DJ, always comes to mind. I like, you know what I really like? I like artists, and please forgive me because I don't. Again, I'm not good with the names right now. And as soon as I get off this call, I'm gonna like know everybody.
You're like, oh,
Um,
I should. Yes, yes. No worries.
I love melodic singers. I love artists that make what I want to say like different kind of noises and sounds in their song that are like very, very creative. Um like artists that just don't so women like to sing, right? Like, when we're at a club or anything like that, like people want to sing.
Yeah.
And, I like those ones that um that are telling somebody off, or the music that where just people just really have a firm point to make, and you can
Yeah.
win. Like I just like that because everybody kind of like gets into that. Now
Mhm.
you can bring up songs and I could be like, yes, her, yes, him, but right now I apologize that I'm not prepared, that I don't have my list of artists that I look up to because there's so many of them. It's so
And
many of
there is so many of them. And actually, I think you just gave a very wonderful answer right there. There's so many of them. And the way that you describe it, that it is the thing, how they convey the message and the attitude and what they're
them.
giving
Yeah, like
something
who do you think
special,
you are? You know?
Yeah, that you can vibe to them and, you can feel it and, have that emotion, take it and feel it too. So it's an excellent way to describe or what kind of artistry inspires you, so to say.
Thank
Beautiful,
you.
beautiful. Thank you so much. Well, if you think about, you dancing, let's say, uh,
Hmm.
is there some particular house tracks that you always go to that you never get bored to listen? Some classics, maybe,
Yes.
or something that
Oh
you always.
yeah, like listen, the house anthem, gotta have house music,
Oh,
music, house music, all that. Man, I don't care where I am. The moment that comes on, I am on it. Jack
beautiful.
your body, jack, jack,
Mhm.
jack your body. Another one. Like I
Absolutely.
find, like I love all the new stuff, but those early pioneers and classics, man, to me, nothing quite compares. It's just,
That time.
it's just the whole, it's just the vibe, and they're timeless. So yeah, Those are the type of songs that really get me going. Those early
Same thing
Chicago house.
here. Same thing here. I'm like I never get tired of listening or playing "Move Your Body." Shout out to Marshall Jefferson, by the way.
Yes,
Woo!
yes. Oh my
It's
God.
just
Move your
it is
body. Dun,
something.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
it's
dun.
really timeless. It works every time. You with that house music, you can't go wrong.
You cannot go wrong. So I love it. I love it. And I
All
laugh
right.
because my husband is very funny. He's very particular about house, but he's stuck in like 1987 house, period.
Mm.
So anything that he hears that's kind of like outside of that, that's not house, that's not house. And I'm like, it's all house. But he's so
Yeah.
in that box too, with just like those early
Yeah.
classics and all. But they rock. Like
They
they
rock.
rock. They
They rock.
rock. So yeah.
I was just playing a few weeks ago a classic acid things and they all of those tracks they were just really they worked the whole room. They worked the whole room, and you
Hmm.
didn't feel that this was done almost 40 years ago or something like that. No, it just
Right?
those were done so well that they tested time.
Yes, absolutely. And I have to say that's kind of like my hesitation if I were to say that I have one in coming out with songs and music because I wish I was more like Biblical. Biblical is the type of person that's going to just make music, make music, make music. And if it hits, it hits. And if it doesn't, but you practice, right? You get to develop your muscles. I don't know if it's because I'm a September person or Virgo or whatever the case is, but it's like, no, I really want my song or I want it to fall into this pattern and I want it to be a classic and I want it to be like, great the first time one. So, I tend to be like, is it giving me move your body? Is it giving me, that type of vibe? And
Yeah.
if it's not, I'm like, eh. So, but I
But
need to I was just
I
gonna say I
have to
need to
say,
become more free.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have to say it's a good indicator, however, like do you get the same kind of vibe? It's a great way to test the project. So I don't see that bad at all actually to get
Good.
that do you get that feel that it works and makes you move? Now,
Yeah.
Mia, I'm gonna guide you to our next question. Since you have released your own music, I know this is always a tricky one for all of our guests who release their own music, who are artists and songwriters, producers. But still, I always try to ask, at least I'm kind of hoping for some kind of answer. So, out of all of your releases, is there one particular release that is somehow touching you more or closer to you more or more important to you, and maybe why? I usually get
Yeah.
nice stories when I ask this.
I have to say that the latest song that Biblical and I did, um, I'm about to laugh again because I'm like, God, what is the title of this? What is the title of this? I can't even think of it at the moment. Heidi, I'm so bad. I really apologize to you. Anyway, it's the latest track that we did. Anyway, it's because it's the whole disco vibe. It's the whole, again, one of those songs that just doesn't fall into a box. And when
Yeah,
we actually like made the video for the song, let me tell you something. The day was like so magical because it was just a feeling, and everybody was dressed up in their 70s garb and gear, and we were making decisions in the club, like, where we
yeah,
were going to be. But when the music hit, I mean, everybody was just, it was just magical. Like, that's all I could talk about. It was just magical. And even in making the song with him, it was just so much motherfunker. Oh my God. How to say it. It was funky lover.
Funky Lover. I
It
was
was a
about to say that. Are you
funky lover.
talking about the Funky Lover because of all
Funky
the girls?
lover.
Yes,
Now, I
yes, yes.
probably shouldn't say it. It was originally supposed to be called Black Motherfunker. That's what the song is supposed
Mm,
to be called. So it was supposed to be about like kind of like that 70s black exploitation type films.
yeah.
But due to, um, I won't say politics, but I'm going to say somewhat politics, it ended up
Hmm.
being changed to Funky Lover.
Yeah.
And the first time that I heard it, even starting with that, who's that funky lover over there looking oh so fine, rocking like you don't care, like all of that. It was just attitude. So it goes back to what I was telling you earlier about the songs that I like, songs that going to kind of like give that kind of like attitude
Yeah.
and that's me. That's what I love.
That's
So that
what
was
you
it.
that's what you vibe to. Now,
Yes.
I'm gonna continue with our next question. Um, and by the way, that was again, it was very much aligned with what you said before. Exactly, that there is a certain kind of attitude, certain kind of message, having fun, good vibes. So it really, I truly understand why you picked that particular song now, based
Yes.
on what you told. But the next question would be, what would you say? What are the highlights of your house music journey, your artist career so far?
Well, I think that that still remains to be seen. But um, the most fun that I've had is to hear a song and my friends being like, Mia, is that Funky Lover? Or just people who don't know that I sing from time to time going like, wait a minute, is that you? I love that. Like,
Nice,
that is so much
nice.
fun. And I think when I hear people say like that is so much fun, to
Hmm.
me, that's like the best compliment because again, when we go with house music being a feeling, it should be uplifting, and that's what I want people to get. Like, like that is like the party song. That's the one that makes me feel good, and through house music, I just want to uplift people and make people feel good.
Beautiful. That actually is answering partly to the next question, because the next question is that what would you say is your personal message to your audience and to this house music community when making music? I
Just
think that
hope.
that good vibing and feeling is already, like, it has been mentioned, but uh,
Yes, yeah, yeah, more so than anything. So, I've done lyrics, about like, breakups and things of that sense. And
mhm,
and and they're fun, right? Because it's life people are going through.
yeah.
But because life hits hard, for so many people,
Mhm.
all the love that we can share, all of the happiness that we can express is needed so much more. So anything with good vibes, if I could be a part of that, that's what I want. Just spreading the sunshine, spreading the light. That's what it is.
Beautifully stated. And I mean, I think it should be really everybody's responsibility to contribute to their community like that in
Absolutely.
general, when we talk about, living a happy life. But this thing called house, it really gives us a tool that we can reach even wider audiences in that way, when you never know where your music and the message and those vibes are
Hmm.
being played around this globe of
Absolutely.
ours. So it's a beautiful thing that we are blessed and entitled to do when we get the opportunity to do that, because music, it's a vibe, and it has a power to unite people, and it also can have so various kind of vibes. There are also music that don't maybe make us vibe so well. So what I always
Absolutely.
personally love in house music is that positivity, and I love the fact that you are doing that in your music and in your artistry,
Well,
and
thank you. And I love that you're doing it in your music and your artistry because it's so fun to see you, and you always got that beautiful smile, and it seems to be the same way with you. Like you just emit this light, and then I'll hear your mix, or I hear your tracks and all like that, and I'm like, girl's got it. I really like her. But I feel like I can even resonate with you like as a friend. You know what I mean? Like you're that type of person that I would love to, hang out with and get to know for a day because you're just so positive and beautiful and
Yeah.
it just shines. It really does.
Likewise, we gotta do that sometimes. Who knows?
We
Maybe I
do.
come over to Baltimore or
Or meet
somewhere
up.
else, or you come to Finland, or we meet
Yes,
somewhere else. I would love that, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm always, as mentioned, that I think that this house music, with the good vibes, it has that particular wonderful power to join people. And I just wish that people would listen house music more. But we are growing. It has been still
yeah,
underground for quite a while, but I'm seeing
yeah,
that it's transitioning, and people get exposed to that wonderful vibe and energy that is in the
absolutely.
core of house music. Good vibes and having fun. All right, we are always having a wonderful time with all of our guests, and just like you today, good vibes and discussions. And I would love to talk even more, but since this is a short little podcast, um, I just want to, not as a last or not as a least question, but I want to ask you to share a little bit about your current projects, because I know the audience of our podcast is already for sure excited to hear what's going on and what's coming next with Mia De Casa.
Well, here's the thing. So, biblical is forcing me to step out of my comfort zone and to do a solo track.
Mhm.
And I am in the process of, again, trying to incorporate all of the melodies and everything, the things that I know that women are going to want to sing. So it is definitely in the making. And then a long time ago, just kind of like going on with this trend, but maybe about like 10 years ago, I kind of wrote like this chorus to like a country song. And I'm even trying to find a way to even like incorporate that maybe into a house mix. So we're going to see. So we're going to see. But
Wonderful.
I'm being
I
challenged,
love
Heidi.
that.
Yeah,
I love the fact that you're challenging yourself, and that's what creativity is about. You can make it work. I'll be looking forward to that, and hearing those new productions of yours, your solo, and that country
just that
influence
fusion. So maybe it's
house
just a little fusion
fusion
in it.
track.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let me know when it's ready to be played, and I will include it to my mix with honor.
absolutely.
So that's a wonderful thing what we can look forward to. And now, if some of our audience uh, would like to know more about you and find you from social media, where can they find you in social media?
So I am Mia De Casa on Facebook and also on IG, on Instagram.
Mhm.
So they can look me up there. And also, I have a fitness background too. So I'm also Mia Fitness Assassin Cofield on Facebook. But they can definitely message me and hit me up. And I respond to everybody. I'm very friendly and personable, and I love to connect.
Wonderful. So it was truly a pleasure to have this moment with you and share about your house music journey. I'm sending a lot of love and light and blessings to you, to Baltimore, Maryland, straight from
Thank
Helsinki.
you, Heidi.
And I
You're a
can't wait.
blessing. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. And I can't wait to make that mini mix that we are gonna listen straight after this interview. And again, thank you for your contribution to this house music scene, bringing your energy, positivity, and light. That's just an amazing, beautiful thing what you're doing. And again, thank you for joining into this little podcast of
You're
mine.
you're very welcome. Very welcome. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.